Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. Last time we got our mission to go investigate Kuja, who is supplying Braun with magical weaponry. And he is likely from the outer continent, the continent beyond this one that we're on, which is shrouded in mist. And we need to go through a labyrinthine old excavation site called Fossil Roo in order to get there. And how we get to Fossil Roo is actually going to be through Kina's marsh here. So we're going to go back up to Quail and ask them about how we get to the excavation site, or if they even know what the excavation site is, what the deal with it is. Maybe I know, maybe I don't. The marsh road is covered in brush. Maybe there's a road somewhere. It's not super helpful, but it at least does confirm we're in the right general area. So if we head out of the hut and take the rightmost path, going north, you'll get to this section where we're lost in the brush. Kina will smell some new and exotic frogs up beyond the path, and we will get dumped out here. Hey, Kina did it. Kina is the best. This must be the entrance to the excavation site. This, it reminds me of something. I think the tomb in FF8. Oh. Why are we getting caught on the stairs here? There we go. Man, the run command is really finicky. That's why, about 10 episodes ago, I'm gonna say, I finally toggled that to, auto walk instead of auto run. There might be something on the other side of the gate. It's too dark to see. We proceed forward into Fossil Roo just a little bit. And immediately we become trapped in. And holy shit, look at this executioner's chariot. Oh, I'm usually no good with this. The hitboxes on those pendulum axes, they're actually huge. And what they do, they don't actually hurt you or anything. They will just kind of body block you and slow you down so that this armored Dillahan can catch up to you. I can't believe I actually did this without getting a single encounter against it. So the armored Dillahan is a really weak boss. It's got like 900 HP or something. A couple elemental attacks. The really dangerous thing it does, and I think it'll kill at least Zidane and maybe Vivi outright, because it casts level 5 death on the party. Level 5 death, if your level ends in a 5 or a 0, if it's a multiple of 5, you will just die. And Armored Dillahan really likes to use that. It's not hard to take him down, but there are no useful rewards from him. There's nothing really good to steal. And defeating him in a fight, if he catches up to you... By the way, he also always gets a back attack. Defeating him will only slow him down a little bit, give you a chance to advance. Again, like in FF8, he's a little bit like the spider bot from Disc 1, who will just endlessly pursue you. Then we come here, we meet up with Lani, who we saw before was hired by Queen Braun to retrieve the pendant and kill Vivi by any means necessary. Her number 1 and number 2 priorities. Amaranth isn't with her, strangely enough. Amaranth's lagging behind. Now we have this boss fight against Lani, who is super, super cool. Also very vulnerable to bio, which we get from that oak staff that we stole not too long ago. It's really strong poison-based attack. 1100, not bad at all. We have 2 healers, so this really should not be dangerous whatsoever. Dagger did get a little bit low. We're also going to take Vivi here and cast Slow on Lani, because that's one of the couple status ailments that she is vulnerable to. Shit, she's so cool with that Bardache. Oh my god, it's the best. Like, the way she slams it down to cast. And then, oh, I really want her to do a physical attack, too. Also, notice who she tends to target when she's not using AoE spells like water. She focuses on Dagger as a priority. And then if Garnet falls in battle, her next priority goes to targeting down Vivi. Her AI is actually programmed to follow her story targets, to prioritize them. That's so good! Meanwhile, we are going to have Zidane chain stealing till I get what I want. Because we can get an upgrade for both Steiner. I think that the Coral Sword is the really rare one. And then we can also, I think, get an upgrade for Zidane that's a little bit less extreme, but it's still valuable to have. Oh, I forgot she does this. Every now and then she will scan a party member, usually Dagger or Vivi, and then let loose. Ah, there's the Coral Sword. That's what I really want. Let loose with an attack tailored towards whatever they're weakest against. Yes! Oh, that counter is good. Also, I love that she has the Artorias Somersault. Lani is really cool. This is gonna be another somersault or what? Oh no, it's just some HP-based dialogue as we progress in the fight. Tells us that she's getting very, very low. I think one more cast of Bio might do it. Just having this ability to go between White Winged or Cure All, or single target cure from Garnet, is really valuable. Gives us a lot of flexibility. Oh no, she still had plenty of HP left. Ah, there it goes. The extra 1,000 from Zidane's physical hit. With his newly christened Exploda that we picked up from the synthesis shop in Lindblom last we were there. Oh, and she just kind of scampers off. That's fine. Let's see. Do we have anyone who needs a little bit of triage? Ah, just Kina. Kina actually lost a lot of health in that fight. I was not even aware of. Probably when they got counter hit. Even with all the group healing. Wow, Kina got pretty low. Oh, yeah? So we have a Gargant, which means we also have the kick-ass Gargant theme. Immediately interrupted by a random battle. Ah. Oh, this is good, though. This is one of the few enemy types, back attack, in Fossil Roo that I really want to eat. Because this enemy type will teach Kina level 4 Holy. And level 4 Holy is just a holy spell that will hit anything whose level is a multiple of 4. And this is that useless nature of trance sometimes. This uncontrollable nature that just sometimes it'll trigger mid-fight. This is also because Kina has the High Tide support skill equipped, and what High Tide does is it causes their trance gauge to fill faster. So now, instead of eating, we will straight up cook some of these. we will have a much better chance of successfully consuming and learning level 4 Holy and instant killing that. Goddamn Trouble Tail. I forgot that there are enemies in Fossil Roo that can cause trouble. The annoying status really is. That's that though. You know what? We made decent use of that Kina trance. That impromptu Kina trance. Because we at least got what I was looking for out of that fight. Which is Kina learning level 4 Holy. Now, where is my anointment? I know I still have some. Oh, it's way down here. I'm gonna have to rearrange this in a second. Oh yeah, the auto arrangement, great. So I'll put all my curatives and my restoratives at the top of that menu. Now we know how this works. We're gonna call upon the Gargant and listen to his kick-ass theme! I love it! This song is very good. Also, we have a ton of Gargant riding to do in this dungeon. This dungeon is kind of a maze. We were already privy to that. A lot of characters have been talking about how labyrinthine Fossil Roo is. Inside, though, it's a puzzle dungeon. So, this treasure hunter is actually going to lay out what exactly we have to do down here. Right after we assure him that we're not here for the treasure that he's trying to excavate. Tunnel's like a web, don't know how far it travels. Need to go that way, but it's quite a trip. Only way to go further is to hitch a ride on the Gargant. It'll lead you to a dead end if you let it go wherever at once. So the way that they control where the Gargant can go is with these switches. The switch changes which fountain the water comes from. Gargants hate water. You can block off the sections you don't want to go to by activating the fountain with that switch. That over there is the number 2 switch. In order to get to the number 2 switch, you can go by Gargant, but you'll need to trigger the number 1 switch first. So this is a lot of like junction switching for the Gargant track. And I think the very first thing that we are going to do is come to the south and go over to the right side of the screen first, hitch a ride on the Gargant. Because on top of just the main path here, there are also a lot of optional tracks you can take with a Gargant, just to get items here and there. And some of them are pretty good. Like, I think the very first thing that we get are a set of fairy earrings. Yeah. Also, we get to see this ivy wall, which is one of our destinations, actually. So now, we will ride the Gargant back and head to the north side and go after the 2 switches. So I believe what I'm doing is I'm going to the north side of the screen now. I'm hitting switch number 1. Then I'm going back and then heading towards switch 2 from that path that we were just on. I think that's how this works. Oops. Wait, did I? Oh, I guess it's not going to be relevant now. I think I may have already screwed something up. Oh cool, new enemy type, so don't have to cut this. God, these things are harrowing. These are like some of the most oh god. This is only Zidane who's not gonna cast anyway. And I missed Kina. Well, I guess it's not silencing Vivi. Oh no, I think I have Loudmouth on Vivi anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think I may have already messed a switch up. Trying to keep the layout of Fossil Roo in my head. And it's not the most complicated place, but if you make a mistake and you ride the Gargant somewhere you're not supposed to, it's just a long animation going back and forth, so you want to cross your T's and dot your I's. And I don't think I'm going to bother stealing anything from these enemies or trying to eat one. I will try out level 4 Holy, however, and hope that their levels are not a multiple of 4. They are. Damn it. I thought I had Loudmouth on Dagger, too. Not too big of a deal. I think this fight ends with this Fyra. Yeah, it's a pretty safe bet. So I'm gonna go over to the left side of the screen, back to where we came from, and just double check on something before we take this Gargant. Okay, no. Good. No, I'm good. So we're again gonna pick up some food for the Gargant, wait for it to come, and hitch a ride. So we're now going pretty much straight north. So far, so good. That'll take us back. I believe the switch is out here. Yeah. So we're now switching, and we're hitting switch number 1, changing the Gargant's course, and going back. So far, so good. And then it's south again, I want to say. Aren't too many options. Okay, first it's going to take us over here, and then from here we have to get back to the south station, I think. But first, let's come over here, get our ether, yes. And then also take this winding path around on the low road. And I don't remember where this leads. Oh, this leads to switch 2. Okay, good. Cool, we're getting somewhere. And then you can also see more switches up ahead. I think there are 4 in total. Here, grab this here, go back to the upper platform. That's where we can call the Gargant from this time. At least while you're doing all of this, they give you such a kick-ass theme to listen to. I'm not sure if I hit this again. Not sure if that's what I'm supposed to do with that. But we're gonna try it out and see. Worst case scenario, I waste like 20 seconds. Not sure if I needed to hit that again or not. No, I did. Northern side leads to a dead end. There's an open road to the southwest. If you're going southwest, follow the numbers in the switching system. Treasure here is all mine, you can't take it. Yeah, okay, that sounds fair. Just kind of reminding us of what the deal is. Now that we've done all this track switching, we finally come back here. We should be good. Unless... Did I want this to take me here or to the right? Ah, no, we're good. Okay. And now the treasure hunter becomes a shop. We'll sell things like the ice brand, the stardust rod, some fairly useful items. We'll pick that armlet up for Kina. And anything else? Maybe a few adamantine vests, or adamant vests. And we're good. So we're not going to do that yet. This is the number 4 switch. I'm not sure which of these 2 paths is progress and which is optional. So before we mess with that switch, we're going to take this. Call this gargant, go over to the right. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. This leads back to where we came from. So I have to hit the switch. Oh, well. Let me make... Yeah, I have to hit that switch. Okay, that's my mistake. Hey, if that's the only screw-up we make in Gargant or in Fossil Roo, that's totally okay. This is not too bad at all. Okay, so now... Oh, I see my mistake anyway. No, we're hitting this no matter what. And then we're going to the right. I forgot that path was here. Okay. That's fair enough. So I think the position that switch 4 is in by default will lead you to progress. And when you hit it, and then take the Gargant further north, I think this will lead us to a treasure. I think. Yep. And then if we go back again and switch it to the position it was originally in, we will hit progress. Also, it's a really good tiara for, I want to say, Garnet. Look at that. Once we have a chance to stop for a second and collect ourselves. So remember the wall with the ivy on it that we saw much earlier on in Fossil Roo. That's actually where we are heading once we hit this switch again, switch number 4. And take this Gargant one more time, or the Gargant on this path. This will dump us out closer to the treasure hunter that we saw on the lower ledge. Or rather, it'll eventually lead us there. Because now when we get off and we come down here along this path, we get to the ivy finally. Then we just climb along to the right, and we're good to go. So I think that went well. And we'll come over and talk to the treasure hunter, and again, he'll be really stingy with his goods. This is my territory. He will, however, let us mine if we trade him one single potion. Get the pickaxe, and we'll get to choose wherever we want to just lightly chip away at. You do this enough times, and eventually you will hear something from behind the rubble. Hear this little coo, so you keep going, and eventually you'll hear a full koopa. So the Moogles are stuck behind the rock somehow, inside some kind of T-Rex mouth. I think that is going to do it for now. We will finish off Fossil Roo and get to the Outer Continent next time. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.